For ACUSports.com, Zach Carlisle talking men's basketball with head coach Joe Golding. His team sits at 1-1 and welcomes Pepperdine on Saturday night. Looking forward to that game here at Moody Coliseum. Well, Coach, coming off of a game in Philadelphia on Sunday, a good game against Drexel, an overtime loss by 3 points. What did you see from your team? What did you learn about your team in that game?
Yeah, I think it's a typical first game. There were a lot of things that we got to work on and we got to get better at. And then there were some things that we did really, really well. So we just got to get more consistent with those things and correct the things that we didn't do well. We've been pretty consistent through two scrimmages, through the UTA, New Mexico State. We showed some things that we still did at Drexel on the road through some adversity, and so that's a positive side. But then there were some things, especially finishing late game situations, we didn't finish the game the right way, and that's on me as the head coach. I got to do a better job of getting our team prepared, and we got to execute better down the stretch. I didn't think we did that, and that's not our players' fault. That's on our coaching staff, and that's obviously, I'm the boss of the staff, and it starts with me, and we got to give our guys a better chance to win late in the game.
Had some couple really good individual performances. Peyton Ricks, career high, scoring 29. Clay Gaiman hits 21 points. He shot the ball really well. What did you see from some of those guys?
Yeah, I think Ricks has played really well. He's kind of taken that next step in our program. I think the biggest thing was our teammates. On 15 of his 20 shots, our teammates got him open, and that's a positive. Our teammates are doing their job of whether setting screens or finding him on the extra pass and doing a good job of getting him involved where he can shoot. He's obviously the key scouting report on guys are trying to take him away, and so it's kind of unique. With that, we haven't had that the last couple of years where a guy's taken that type of that shot, but he's proven he can make those shots. Through 30 practices here in the preseason, he's shooting 50% from the three. So I'm really proud of Ricks, and his leadership style is better. Clay, obviously, he's 21 points. I could care less about his 21 points, honestly. I thought he really guarded well. I thought he rebounded well. I thought he bought into a scouting report. Anytime you have a freshman that didn't play a lot, and it's the first time on the road, the big lights, they have a tendency to kind of have a brain freeze. Lots of brain freezes out there on the floor, and I thought he was really locked into the scouting report. I thought he did a great job on both ends of the floor. We know Clay can shoot the basketball. He's proven that in practice. He finally did it in a game and scored, but he's going to be able to do that throughout his career. I'm not worried about him with that. What he has to continue to do is buy into both ends of the floor, and I thought he did a really good job of that, and that's what I was most proud of him. And he'll continue to earn minutes, not because he scored 21 points, but because he did the little things on the other end of the floor and on the offensive end of the floor besides scoring points. And so we just got to continue to coach him up on those things, and the rest of it will take care of itself. But proud of both of them.
Yeah, he was a pretty good scorer in high school. We know a lot about Clay Gaiman and his ability to score. Pepperdine's coming to town Saturday night, 7:30, Moody Coliseum. You played this team last year out in Malibu. You get to see a team that made a run all the way to play Gonzaga in the tournament semifinal. What are you looking for from Pepperdine this week?
Yeah, first of all, they whooped us really good last year. I think we went in there at 8-0 or 9-0, and then they stuck it to us really good. They controlled the whole game, beat us double digits, and basically, quite honestly, just whipped our butt, And so you got a Hall of Fame coach. He's been around a long time. Got a ton of respect for him. It's an honor to be able to coach against him. They got pros on their roster. Their point guard and the Edwards brothers, I think, all three are pros. They've got depth on their roster. I think they're way better depth-wise and talent-wise. They're sharing the basketball way better this year than they did last year, and you would expect that. It's Coach Romar's second year with his team, and he's starting to put his blueprint on it, and he's going to win at Pepperdine like he's won everywhere else. And so we're going to get tested. This is a huge test for us as far as we got to play at our best. We're going to have to execute at a high level just to give ourselves a chance to be in the game with 4 minutes to play. So extremely talented team, very, very well coached. We've got a ton of respect for them. We've got 3 days here to prepare and try to find ways to, hopefully stay in the game, and give our guys a chance the last 4 minutes to win a basketball game. So I'm expecting a big crowd. That's why we scheduled this game. We didn't schedule it because we didn't think Pepperdine was any good. Looking back, it was bad scheduling. We shouldn't have scheduled Pepperdine, but we did this because 30 years ago they played here in a game that you still walk around the streets of Abilene and you go to the old coffee shops or the old delis and people still talk about. I was in the 5th grade, 4th grade, or 3rd grade when I think it was Enzer went off and for 30-something points, and ACU beat Pepperdine here in a huge game when Moody was kind of at the beginning stages. So I think it was the early 80s. So we kind of wanted to bring this game back and bring some back to the Moody Magic and have a big non-conference game where we could get a big crowd and get people in Moody and get some excitement. And so we're consistently pressing the charge with that, and we're talking about it all the time. We have to have this community of Abilene support this basketball program. We have to have students support this basketball program, and we need alumni to come support it. That's the next step for us to build the kind of basketball program we want. We've got to be able to fill Moody, and so I thought our opening night crowd was not bad, and hopefully Saturday, we'll have a volleyball game before. I'm sure you've talked about it, and probably sick of tweeting about it by now. And then a big football game. We're sending our seniors off with a big football game, and then after the football game, we hope everybody. It's going to be a little cooler. Hotter. I guess what would be there.
Yeah,
the weather.
It'll be a little warmer.
Yeah, whatever temperature they want. How about that?
That's right.
Whatever they want Moody to be. Yeah, we'll
it.
control it, and we'll have a nice little environment for them in there. And we hope they come in there and make some noise. And because I think the crowd will be a big part of it. If we can get a good crowd in there and feed off their energy, I think that would help our guys.
Can't wait for Saturday. 11 a.m. volleyball, 1 o'clock football, men's basketball at 7:30. Pepperdine comes to town for the first time in 35 years. For Coach Goulding, Zach Carlisle for ACUSports.com.